Yeah, hi there. These comments are for 3227, and I am Michael, Professor Buckoff. I am your English 102B instructor, and thank you for completing the assignment. Now let's take a look at it. So the first comment I want to make is, the first comment has to do with organization. So what you want to try to do in this particular paper is to frame a debate. So at the beginning of your first paragraph, you say, the next year, North Korean officials revealed a modern uranium enrichment facility with close to 2,000 centrifuges. So what you want to do in terms of framing this debate is something like this. You're arguing in this paper, you say, my opinion is not only North Korea but also other countries must not possess nuclear weapons. So number one, that's just too broad. Now most people agree that North Korea should not possess nuclear weapons. Where we disagree is how to prevent them from getting nuclear weapons. Can we do it through sanctions, or do we have to use military force in order to prevent them from possessing nuclear weapons? To me, that's where the argument is. Then you could take the first part of your paper, maybe the first 2 pages, you can say there are those who believe that economic sanctions are the most effective way to prevent North Korea from producing nuclear weapons. Then you present that idea over 2 pages. Then you'll see something like, on the other hand, there are others who believe that military action is the only way to prevent North Korea from getting nuclear weapons. Then you explain their position. And that's maybe at page 4. Then pages 5, 6, and 7, that's when you get to your opinion. That's when you begin to analyze the different sides of the argument, which one that you like the best, which one you don't like, and then why. So you need a much better organization to this particular paper. So those are some comments that relate to organization. Now, another equally serious problem with the paper, there's just not a lot of depth and complexity of thought. Now, I don't know how you did this, but you did. You wrote this paper without using any outside sources at all. You have no works cited section. As far as I can tell, you have no in-text citations to help support the argument that you're trying to either explain and then also to assert. So you need at least 5 or 6 different sources in there, especially when you get to your opinion. I mean, who are you to think that everybody's going to believe you just because you are you? I don't think so. The way that you strengthen your argument as a writer is you find experts that either agree or disagree with certain ideas, and you put them into the paper to bolster your authority as a writer. And that creates a much stronger argument for you. So that really creates a lot of problems. Now, you have to make sure with your page length requirements, the requirement here is 6 to 7 pages. Your paper is 3 pages and a paragraph. So it is just tremendously undeveloped. Okay, so your score here on this particular paper, you lost 22 points in the rubrics. That gives you 28 points out of 50. That puts you at 56% on this particular assignment. Now, if you want to rewrite this paper, which you may, you probably need to start from scratch, and you need to reframe your argument. The argument is as follows. How do we prevent North Korea from possessing nuclear weapons? Some argue economic sanctions is a way to go. Others argue that we have to do it through military force. That's really the argument here, and you could definitely develop a pretty specific paper if you framed it around those ideas. All right, anyway, thank you for doing the assignment, and happy holidays.